This is C.R.P.H.A. Humanitarian and Citizen Advocate. Um, the, there's going to be a number of issues, a number of things talked about here today, and one of which is I know I haven't been on talking about, but yet Nancy Pelosi is a complete senile person who thinks that she's doing something within the Constitution. She's not. Nancy Pelosi thinks that she is doing something in the sense of for the American people, but yet really she's doing it for herself. She's not really doing it for the party either, though. She recently and finally put through to the Senate the impeachment process papers. And before that, she tried to use her congressional powers to limit Trump's actions on when it comes to defending this country, which basically means that she wants a world war. She wants the United States of America's citizens, being the American people, to be eradicated off the face of the planet. Being that she wants a World War III. And we American people don't want World War III, and I know that for a fact. But the basic fact is, Nancy Pelosi is showing, again, she doesn't give a damn about the American people. She can say that she's doing it for the American people when really she's not. She's only doing it because she's not up here, for one. She's lost her fucking senses. Seriously. So, I'm going to put forth a serious thing right now and say it to the United States government to take down by force if necessary in accordance to the Constitution of this country, being the United States of America, to take down Nancy Pelosi out of her seat. She's not really compliant with the Constitution. She's not really compliant with the position of Leader of the House. She's abusing her power as Leader of the House. And John Boehner didn't abuse his power, even though he hated Obama's actions and his policies. But yet, he didn't do the illogical shit that Nancy Pelosi's been doing. So therefore, also, I'm going to put forth that the impeachment be overturned because of Nancy Pelosi's illogical bullshit. She's abusing her power any way she thinks that she can get away with. Seriously. And if nothing is done, this country is going to be in dire straits way sooner than even the United States government may think. The basic fact is, the American people deserve a lot better than Nancy Pelosi. The American people deserve a lot better than a senile bitch who thinks that she's doing something for the country in accordance to the Constitution, really, when really she's lost her fucking mind. So again, to the United States government, from C.R.P.H.A. and the American people, I put forth as a United States citizen and a humanitarian advocate for and about the people and the Constitution of the United States in support of Donald J. Trump, to overturn the impeachment and take Nancy Pelosi out of the seat of Leader of the House, post haste. On another topic, and directed only to the state of California. It is thought that the new budget plan that Gavin Newsom has put through, or announced essentially, not really officially put through yet, that his new budget plan is going to negatively affect the California citizens that are in low-income housing already. And if that is at all true, then Gavin Newsom needs to realize he needs to rethink and reassess the thing to where it doesn't affect any type of low-income housing that's currently in effect. If he doesn't, then he's going to see more and more people either leave the state of California, and with that, many people have already started leaving California, even while Jerry Brown and even while Gavin Newsom's been in office. Which basically makes both state government administration of both Jerry Brown and Gavin Newsom look very fucking bad. Seriously. I don't mean to word it that way, but it's the truth. And with that, Gavin Newsom is not really taking anything into consideration. He needs to make sure that not one low-income housing, government or statewide, supported and funded, especially, or even federal funded, is not affected. Make sure that they are not affected, because if they are, the homeless population will increase and it will not decrease, which basically would force people to leave the state of California, which again still would make Gavin Newsom and his state administration look really bad. And his actions would not look positive at all. In fact, with that aspect, Gavin Newsom would be essentially making the state of California one look very bad. And nobody would want to move into the state of California. Because they know many people have left the state of California, even during Jerry Brown's time in office. And they are still leaving, and people are still leaving the state of California, even with Gavin Newsom in office. Because Gavin Newsom does not know how to, obviously, he does not know how to govern a state, or does not negatively affect the citizens that are on low income situations to start with. He does not know how to govern a state when it comes to the state's educational situation. He does not know how to govern a state when it comes to the appropriation of taxes and state tax as well as income tax, to where it doesn't negatively affect and bankrupt the citizens working, not working, retired, not retired yet, not retired at all, and even for those who are newly in the working aspect of base of employment, and also those on supplemental security incomes for different reasons. And he's also not making anything easier or beneficial for those who are in the aspect of, shall we say, disability situations, be that diagnosed as well as medically as well as psychologically diagnosed situations and what have you else when it comes to the medication situation, that medically diagnosed and the psychological diagnosed, and born diagnosed and handicapped citizens in the state of California. Gavin Newsom is turning out to be just like Jerry Brown was from the very beginning of Jerry Brown's second time around in the California governor office, is that Gavin Newsom is turning out to be bad for California. So, Gavin Newsom, you need to either make sure that nothing negatively affects the current low-income situations that are currently happening. You need to make sure that your new your budget plan does not affect it in any way for any reason, to where people on low income situations are and that are living in current low income units in complexes, make sure that they are not negatively affected in any way for any reason. And also make sure nobody is affected in the other aspects that I mentioned to start with as well. Or you'll see more and more homeless and more people leave the state of California, which basically is not a good sign for Gavin Newsom and his state administration. And Darrell Steinberg is going to be helping because his words from way before 2020 has not really surfaced any positive thing either. So basically, Darrell Steinberg is known to be right at this point full of shit. And many people who claim that Trump is not their president, you might as well get the hell out of California. You might as well get away from
forget to let me know if your computer is working okay. I have to do the Comcast Monday.
Anyways, you need to either you need to accept the fucking fact that Trump is the United States president, and he will be the president in 2020. And there's a feminist young female on TikTok that claims that Trump hasn't done anything beneficial when it comes to the United States economy. Load of shit. Trump has made the United States economy stronger than it's ever been before. Trump has made the United States economy stronger and way more stable than any other liberal idiot has ever been able to do, and then any other president on either side of the parties. As I've said many times, Trump is a family man first. He is a businessman second. He's a president third. But the basic fact is that while he's in the office of President of the United States, Commander in Chief, which I support and salute, I say that you need to respect the fact that he is, regardless if you like him or not. It doesn't matter. He said in his first speech after it was announced that he was the winner of the 2016 election that he was going to work for those who support him and who do not. Those who do not like him as well are in that same damn circle. And if you cannot accept that, you might as well say bon voyage to the United States of America and leave the country. We don't want any un-American people in this country. And I know many other people, even on TikTok, will agree with that. You have a right to choose who you consider to be your president. Yes, that's within the Constitution. But if it's going to be to the points of following the illogical shit when it comes to supporting the socialist liberal Democrats, we will automatically consider you a zombie voter who doesn't have any common sense up here. Just straight up. So basically, Trump for 2020, and if you can't see the fucking fact that that Trump has done many things positive for this country, economically as well as within the employment aspect and many other things, and also when it comes to keeping this country safe from there ever being a WW3, there will not be a World War III at all, guaranteed. And if you saw a person walk by, you could tell people do walk around places. But the one aspect is, outside of that anyway, is that Trump is the best person for the job. He's done what he needs to do, and therefore, with Nancy Pelosi pulled out the limitation of his actions when it comes to defending this country will also be overturned. So, Gavin Newsom, you better take heed to what I say. Nancy Pelosi, you better take heed to what I say as well, because I mean business. I mean everything I said, and I am 100% behind the Constitution, 100% behind the President Donald J. Trump, and I will always advocate for our youth in the United States of America, and I will always advocate for those in true American citizens in the United States of America. This is C.R.P.H.A., humanitarian advocate and citizen advocate. As we salute and support our troops, even those that are still in Iraq, Afghanistan, and if there's any in Afghanistan as well. And we salute and support our President Donald J. Trump, and we thank our troops for their service, and Donald J. Trump for 2020. For the American people, live long and prosperous. Please stay safe. Please stay strong, secure, and happy. For Donald Trump is doing what he knows to be right for this country. The liberal Democrats don't give a damn about this country. They don't give a damn about you. The liberal Democrats have lost their minds. Seriously. Let's put it this way, if I may, real quick, before I sign off for the day on this video, is that the liberal Democrats, picture this, you and the liberal Democrats, the people who don't support Trump, the ones that are liberal zombie voters, and the liberal Democrats, okay? You would be eradicated. You would not be alive on this planet with the liberal Democrats in power, guaranteed. Think about that. This is CRPHA. Have a good day.